Hello everyone. So welcome to St Thomas Court. As you can see, I'm currently in a kitchen. So I'm actually going to start by showing you the flat because we have completely occupied rooms here at the moment. So very difficult to show you an empty room, so I don't have one. So I'm going to show you one that's currently being lived in. The flat that I'm in at the moment is actually being lived in, and I'm going to show you one of the rooms. So I will show you around here first. So I'm in the kitchen at the moment, sat on the sofa, and one of the students has very kindly said that we can show you their room. So I'll start by showing you this kitchen. Get up from where I am, just under the doorway. Now, as I said, it is lived in, so it's not all clean and pristine. It's more a working environment. So just as I walk in the door here, obviously this is where I was just sat. So I was sat on one of the sofas. And as you can see, there's a lovely big can't say that word this morning, panoramic window. So obviously we have a small window here, but there's really big windows just here. And I'll show you those a bit better in a minute. And we have a nice breakfast bar. And then we have all of the kitchen stuff down here. So there's actually 2 sinks, 1 oven and hob, 1 fridge freezer, but they do have the little fridge as well, just here. And as you can see, there's a lot of cupboard space as well. And this is actually a 6-bed flat, so it gives you an idea. As I said, there's this big breakfast bar bit in the middle, so it's good as an extra work surface space if you're cooking and you just spread out, which they've been doing. But also they have some stools, so they can sit around it and have some food and eat rather than having a table. They just have the breakfast bar, and then if they want, they can adjourn to the sofas. So this big window, as you can see, it's really lovely. Great for people watching. If you're a bit like me and you love to watch everyone. And you can see right up and down. And this is actually Exeter Street that you can see onto from here. You can see the church there in the distance. And this is a busy road. You know, I won't lie, it's a busy road. The window's actually closed at the moment. I could open it and then give you an idea of the sound, but I don't want to mess it too much. But it's not too loud. It's, you know, there is like a sound of traffic, but it's not bad. That building there that you can see, I'm just going to try and use my finger. So if you see very well, but this building here with the orange, you see here behind the church, that's actually the shopping mall. So that's literally how close you are to the city centre. So it's literally less than 5-minute walk up the road and you get to the shopping mall. The shopping mall is sort of one of like the top of the city centre, so to speak. And obviously there's some shops in the mall. And on the other side of there, there's more of something called the Barcode. So that the mall is called Drake Circus, and the one opposite called the Barcode is more like eating, cinema, mini golf, that kind of thing. And that's right opposite it. So you are literally less than 5 minutes away. And if you head more this way, then you get towards the Barbican, which is a really lovely part of the city, which I'm sure if you look up, you'll be able to see. So as I said, this is the kitchen. It's a nice space for them to kind of relax in, as well as eating and whatever is needed. Now, I know I haven't got many of you on just yet because it is quite early, but if there is any questions or anything that you might have, obviously I'm here. So if there's anything you want me to look in or show you or anything at all about the kitchen whilst I'm here, please let me know. Sorry, Nicole, could you translate for me? Hello to all of you just joining. Oh, okay, thank you. Sorry, I was thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm afraid that my my languages are not that great. That's fine. Thank you very much. So for those of you who just joined, as I said, this is the kitchen. So just showing you the kitchen area here in our shared flat. So if you were to book a classic ensuite room, then you would have obviously a shared kitchen. So the kitchen area here is shared with 6 different people. So you have a shared kind of kitchen and little lounge area. It's part of the flat. So I'm now going to go, I'm just going to show you the room. Now, as I said, it is currently occupied, so please be mindful of the student. Obviously, it is their space. So obviously, this leads into the corridor. And then this is the room I'm going to show you just here. So this student has very kindly allowed us to have a look at their room today. Turn the lights on. We're just going to have a quick look because, as I said, it is someone's room and it is their space, so I don't want to be too long. As you can see, they've very much made it their own. So we have a carpet, a 4-foot bed, which is just a small double. And as you can see, they've really utilised their notice board in here. Now, we do say we don't mind things going on the walls, obviously, which the student has very much done. We don't mind that as long as there is no damage to the walls when you check out. Obviously, if there is any damage to the walls, then that is something that we need to discuss. But as long as there is no damage, in this case, usually something that won't damage the walls, it should be fine. So you can see there's a desk chair, chest of drawers. There's also underbed storage, which I obviously can't show you at the moment. There's also shelves on each side. And the window, and this student has actually chosen to put their own curtains, like little net curtains up, but there is a blind. You can see the blind there. I can show you this. The blind can go up and down. And on one of these calls, I think it was yesterday, somebody said, did the window open? The window does open, yes. So it just is like a little, and you can open it. They do have safety features, so you can't open them too much, but it does let a little bit of air in. Yes, Nicole, the warm is right. The room is very warm, and they've made it their home, haven't they? It's really beautiful. Like they've got an IKEA rack here with all their things to store their art supplies on, which is beautiful. And they've made it, you know, they have like a little seating area on their beds. They've made their bed, you know, like a little area as well, which is lovely. And there is a light above the bed as well. So you have wardrobe as well, just here. You see behind the bed. And I'll show you the ensuite. So the ensuite room is just in here. So again, they've made it their own. They've got a little rack to put their stuff in. There's a shower room, toilet, and sink with a mirror above as well. So that's it really. That's the ensuite room. My camera's got a bit out of focus. As I said, you know, you're welcome to make them more your own as well. Does anyone have any questions about the room before I leave? I will show you a little bit more of the downstairs as well, and our sort of communal areas and things in the property. Okay, so I'm going to leave this student in peace. So let me make sure I close the door for her. Please. So I said this is obviously the shared flat as you come in. The kitchen in this flat's over there, and this is the main door in. And then obviously they've got the other rooms here as well. I'm just going back up to our main corridor. So this room is actually in C block. So I'm not sure actually about the shower head being able to be changed. I'd have to try and find out. I'm not actually too sure. In some of them they can, but in some cases I'm not sure if they can. I'm not sure if you'd be able to add if you'd be able to add a filter. I'm honestly not too sure. It's something we'd be able to find out, but it's not something I can answer right now, I'm afraid. It's a maintenance question. So as I said, I'm on the C block. So we have 4 different blocks, which I'll show you a bit better from outside. So this is it's the second to highest. They go up to 5 floors. So there are stairs. Now, I will be completely honest, there is no lift in any of St Thomas. So you can be anything from 1st to 5th floor. And I'll show you that a little bit better outside. But as I said, I was on the 4th floor, and unfortunately there is no lift. So here we are. So I'm just going to go out here to the main area. So you have to press to release, and you have to use a key to get in. So the key systems at the front of each block is the same as the bedrooms. So we have a key, and we touch it on here, and it lets us in. Dual occupancy is not available in ensuite rooms, I'm afraid. We only have ensuite rooms left, and so I'm afraid no dual occupancy in the ensuite rooms. So as you can see, I'm just coming out of C block now, and I can show you a little bit better from the middle of the courtyard. So this is just the big courtyard area that we have. It has a few car parking spaces. We do have some spaces available for students, but I think those are already booked up for next year. But if you do have any queries about parking, we can look into that for you. So I was just in the block over here. To explain a little bit better, if I take a step back, so we've got, this is A block just here, and then we've got B block in this corner, C block where I just was, and then D block here. So as you can see, this is just a outside area. I'm afraid the car park is not free, no. City centre parking is very, very sought after, so it's not free, but it is a reasonable price. But unfortunately, I don't think we have any spaces for next year, but it's worth an inquiry if it's something that you'd like to consider. I'm just going to go into reception. So our reception area is just in here. So again, use the key. And, oh, doesn't like me today. I'll open the door, and I think our lovely Penny is hoovering. So we're trying to get in Penny's way to that. So Penny's mid-cleaning at the moment, but it gives you just an idea of how the reception area is. So here are the post boxes. So if you have any letters, they'd get delivered to these post boxes here. There's one per flat. And then our reception down here as well. There's a reception down here. And then this is just sort of like a little walk-through area. So you can walk through here to get through to the other side and go out onto the road. Or you can also go up the driveway towards our St Teresa property. And then we have a laundry, which is just behind reception. I'll show you just through here. We have the laundry, and it's a circuit laundry. Again, you download an app, and you use the app to pay for your laundry. And you can see there's 3 washers and 4 dryers used. And currently all empty, which is surprising. And that's it really for St Thomas. I have everything to show you. If you have any questions, you want to pop them down in the comments area and I can pick them up for you. If you have any other questions at all, and I'll try and answer what I can before I leave you this morning, please let me know. Any questions at all? It's a shame you only get to see my face. I don't get to see anyone else's. So if anyone has any questions at all, just let me know. And you can always email us. You can have a look on our website, capitalstudents.com. You can have a look on New Homes as well, and contact New Homes or us directly if there's any questions at all you might have, and we'll try and answer as best as we can. No. Okay. Well, thank you all for joining me this morning. I hope you've all enjoyed my little tour around. As I said, if you've got any questions, let us know. And in the meantime, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day, everyone.